Hello and welcome to Anime 130 with Mr. Subarashi. Now what comes to your mind when you first hear anime? Guns, swords, gun swords, giant mechs, epic journey to find the man who once ruined your life. Gun sword has all of that. Or is it gun X sword? Or is the X silent? Never mind. Let's take a look. Episode 1 of Gun Sword begins with our hero walking through a desert. Is it just me, or does this guy look eerily similar to Spike from Cowboy Bebop? He wanders into a deserted town when he comes across a church.
Excuse me, you got any food you can spare?
Holy crap, these guys mean business.
Hey pal, you with her?
No, I'm not.
Yes, crouch down on one knee. I'm sure between the three of their guns they couldn't possibly hit you at that height. They call the guy over and it turns out the badass looking dude is actually a badass as he makes quick work of the thugs. Who would have guessed? The girl who turns out to be alive because they shot her turtle necklace. How does that work? Thanks him by pointing a gun in his face. Quick, crouch down! She can't get you there! But before he can say you're welcome, he passes out from hunger and the girl, Wendy, decides to treat him to lunch where she lives as a thank you. Once there, the mayor tells him of the Wild Bunch, a gang that has managed to take over the entire... Wait. I have to point this out. Much like Vash with his donuts and even Naruto with his ramen, Von's food shtick is that he loves to put tons of condiments on top of everything. But unlike Vash and Naruto, his is completely disgusting.
Damn, that's good!
Why do I get the feeling that this is who the kid from Big Daddy grew up to be?
Frankenstein, what do you want?
30 packets of ketchup.
Now where was I? Oh yeah, so the mayor says a gang has managed to take over the town and that they want Von's help so they can stop them. Jeez guys, he only beat up 3 of them and now you're wanting him to stop a whole army? But while they are talking, the Wild Bunch gang shows up along with their leader, who I swear looks like a cross between a gay clown and Samuel L. Jackson.
Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it.
And I don't want to nitpick here, but this guy has possibly the worst gimmick for a villain ever. He's obsessed with luck! Now I know what you're thinking. Two-Face did the exact same thing. But he did it so much better. I mean, look at this guy.
Another lucky day! Yeah! Lucky! Lucky, 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 lucky.
Really? The gang that was willing to kill a little girl at the beginning of the show has been reduced to this group of idiots holding their thumbs up saying, "Lucky, lucky, lucky!" I mean, could you even imagine how this came about?
So then when we get there, I'll say lucky, and then the rest of us start chanting lucky, lucky, lucky. Alright, any questions? Yes, you in the lucky white shirt.
That seems just stupid to me.
Any other questions?
No.
Alright, let's go.
So apparently, Mr. Roulette showed up just to tell them he'd be back tomorrow to kill them. Well, that seems like a wasted trip. Does that remind you of anyone?
I'll kill you next time!
The mayor begs Von to help, but he doesn't want to and leaves. That night, Von goes to Lucky Roulette to have some milk? I don't know. Lucky spots him immediately and wants to play a game of, well, I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with puck. As they play their card game, Lucky's loyal lackeys, geez, try saying that 3 times fast, are actually planning to kill Von if he wins the game. Talk about loyal. After winning, Lucky throws Von out, making this entire scene nothing short of pointless. Once outside, Wendy shows up angry at Von for not helping her town. Von still wants no part of it, so Wendy tries to make him an offer.
I can be. If you help, you can have me as your bride!
Well, that was weird. Change the music a little bit and that'd just be downright creepy.
If you help, you can have me as your bride!
What follows is the most awkward lines of dialogue in the entire episode. In fact, let's keep count.
What did you just say?
I said I'm gonna marry you, that's what!
1.
Marriage? What the hell are you talking about?
You're just gonna desert your wife and leave?
2.
Do you seriously even know what it means to be a wife?
3.
Of course I do.
4.
Half of it anyway.
5.
Well, that's one half too little.
But I can learn as we go!
6.
Yeah, and who's gonna teach you?
7.
Ugh. Ugh. Look, kid, I'm a virgin.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's move on. Next day, everyone is packing their things before Lucky Roulette gets there. Everyone has pretty much given up hope by now. Even the mayor has literally prepared a white flag. Lucky arrives only to find a small group to fight him off. But even they won't stop Lucky's secret weapon, a giant mech called an armor. Wendy tries to stop him, but to no avail. Just when all hope is lost, Vaughn shows up with his arm in a sling. Wait, when did that happen? Just when Vaughn and the other town rebels try to fight off the Wild Bunch gang, Lucky goes loony as he hops in his armor and starts to shoot everything in sight. Even his gang runs away.
This is ridiculous!
Yeah, you heard correctly, folks. This is the ridiculous part. But faster than you can say Ash Ketchum, Vaughn calls his own armor down.
Another armor?
It's fun.
It can't be. You're an armor rider too?
Holy crap! That thing looks awesome! What's its name? Mega Destroyer? Moon Murderer Super Gundam?
Wake up, Dan. I need you.
I'm sure it stands for something awesome. The two fight for, not kidding, a few seconds before Vaughn finishes off Lucky's armor and delivers the greatest one-liner ever.
How could you? How could you?
The only one unlucky here is you.
Told us.
After they have Lucky, they ask him where Wendy's brother is, who apparently has been sold as a slave. Lucky mentions a man with a claw in his hand, and Vaughn just freaks out, but Wendy is there to stop him. Episode 1 ends with Vaughn leaving the now-saved town with Wendy following him. Episode 2 of Gun X Sword takes place at Bridge City. Vaughn and Wendy have stopped there to gather clues to the location of Wendy's brother and the man with the claw. Vaughn then runs into his old friend Karu Mendoza, an information broker who can help them out. She tells him that if they want to know if anyone has crossed the bridge, they should ask someone at the checkpoint on the other side. But unfortunately, it's closed for repairs. However, all hope isn't lost. Later that day, when the mayor's giving a speech in front of town, Wait. What the heck? I mean, no one could possibly be a good guy with that much facial hair. So anyways, he tells the crowd that only a set number of women can cross the bridge at the time, so they won't interfere with bridge repairs. Gee, could this possibly be a trap? Before the girls cross, Karu tells Vaughn about his payment. She tells him that if he gets what appears to be an armor for her, then she'll watch over the kid. Vaughn agrees and they part ways. Wendy and Karu start to get on what seems to be some kind of lift, and they are lowered into the underground city. And what do they find? Cages, chains, boiling pot of lava, more evil dudes with goofy mustaches.
How very kind.
What in the monocle? Mustache? How in the... Huh?
We welcome you all with open arms.
Excuse me, aren't we going to be crossing the river?
Cross the... Lady! The man twisted his monocle and his mustache came to life. He is clearly a threat. And as if this guy didn't need another reason to show you how evil he is, he actually uses his mustache to throw one of his own men into a boiling pot of lava. So, I'm having a hard time figuring out just what this guy actually wants to do. He pretty much babbles about a new nation and how much hard work he's put into this idea. I don't even know anymore. Why don't you explain it, Vaughn?
Hey, these guys are planning on taking off in an armor, and they plan on turning all of you into baby machines.
Oh. So yeah, Vaughn has shown up in style by slashing the mayor's mustache in half, but that won't stop him because it actually grows back. Well, there's only really one way to describe that. Now, let's continue. So Vaughn says the only way the mayor can learn his lesson is if he destroyed everything. Jeez, Vaughn, that's a little like overkill, don't you think? I mean, why not just kill only the mustached men?
Too much trouble.
Okay. At this point, I honestly don't know what I'm watching. A guy with a magical sword is fighting soldiers using their mustaches as weapons. All the while, a girl with a bladed yo-yo is helping Wendy.
I never should have told him it would be on the house!
I can't tell whether this is extremely stupid or unbelievably awesome. Eventually, the mayor retreats and decides to destroy the city and start his plan again elsewhere. But Vaughn's not having any of this, and he calls down Dan of Okay, dude, who named your armor? A 6-year-old? The two brawl for a while before Vaughn makes the final blow, ending every mustached lunatic on board. The episode ends with Vaughn getting information on the whereabouts of his Claude, Criminal, and Wendy's brother, as well as saying goodbye to Karu. Episode 3 of Gun Sword begins with two old dudes bickering about nonsense.
What are you talking about, Jose?
What's the matter, Nero? Your ears starting to go on you now, too? If I hadn't been there to cover your ass that day, the whole damn town of Gloria would have been razed to the ground.
Every shot I take's a bullseye. Give me any armor you got.
To tell you the truth, I get a little tired of cleaning up all your messes. You never were much of a leader.
What did you say?
How dare you question my leadership abilities? Just when they are about to fight, some waitress and her douchebag yellow jacket wearing friend come over to break up the fight. But I think the guy in the yellow jacket wanted to get a little more, how should I put it, physical with them.
So what should we do? Do we spell it out for them, or what? So they know they're not welcome anymore.
Jeez, dude, you're gonna throw the old men out just because they want to have a little scuffle? Just then, Wendy barges in asking for food and water.
So, where do you come from? I'm from Evergreen. Oh, you're a friend as well? No.
I wonder if that's honey or mustard.
Oh, well, for right now...
That's sweet!
Definitely mustard. While Vaughn is enjoying his disgusting meal, I mean seriously, who puts honey on french fries? The old guys from before take up the seats next to him.
What's your name?
I'm Vaughn, but some people call me Steel Vaughn.
Huh? You mean you're the one who took down the Bridge City Baron?
And you defeated the Wild Bunch too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, seriously, Vaughn has changed his title not once but twice since the show has started. And furthermore, how much time has passed anyways? I haven't seen a single phone yet. Where are these people getting their information?
Just live our lives right out there on the edge, you know?
You bet.
I don't know. He might not get it. The thing of it is, back in our day, your average armor was a big pain in the ass to
Enough
pilot.
already! You're spilling all our liquor!
Why do old people talk so much?
Take your tall tales to the old folks home, why don't you?
You expect us to believe you rode arbors in this ghost town?
All the booze you guys drink must be pickling your brain.
Okay, I'm calling it. This is the worst bar in the entire world. I mean, how would you feel if you came in, hung out with a few friends, talking about the good old days, only to have some dude come and not only call you out on what you're talking about, but also is wanting to pick a fight with you? And to top it off, the yellow-jacketed douchebag has been wanting to throw you out since you first got there. I mean, what kind of bass-ackwards town have we stumbled upon?
Man, every night it's the same old story. Yeah, how about it?
What's the matter? Is that all you got?
Come on, then. Greenhorns, let's dance.
Man, what are we doing here? Hey, Gramps, why don't we call it quits?
What the? You went through all of that to just call it quits? You are either the worst or the dumbest drunks ever. What was the point of that?
We're sorry.
Yeah, we got a little out of hand. Take it easy on that ticker of yours.
Hey, you taking the piss out of me? Huh?
Shut up! You're ruining the liquor!
Next day, it shows that the old guys from before have been locked away. Why were they thrown in jail?
Let us out!
There have been too many complaints from you raising such a racket.
Yeah, you're being drunk in a bar and small talk has gone too far!
You fellas have got the young folk laughing at you all over town.
And we can't have that. I mean, who will help us check our emails? Or help us cross the street?
Hello, everyone.
Elsewhere, Vaughn and Wendy attend a town meeting.
I'm truly grateful for all of your participation here at today's town meeting. Sharing a deep and mutual respect for their neighbors. I am truly... What was that?
That sounds an awful lot like irony. Yes, it seems like someone on the outskirts of town has been secretly constructing an armor that looks oddly like a cross between Evangelion's Unit 0 and G Gundam's Dart Gundam. God, even the police in this town are retarded.
This place is
So as everyone evacuates, the old guys get let out of jail. They then dress in their silly outfits from the picture that was on the wall at the restaurant and proceed to get badass.
Nah, it couldn't be.
You mean that the old man that talked nothing about an armor actually had an armor?
Don't make me clean up after you, Nero.
Jose?
We've been here before. You know what to do.
Uh-huh. I read you. Let's go! El Dorado!
Wait. I have something to make this scene even cooler. During the fight, the evil guy starts to question our heroes about why they protect the
You're
town.
young, kid. You wouldn't get it.
We wouldn't get that you get free drinks at that restaurant. Unfortunately, they don't have enough power to continue the fight. All hope seems lost until Vaughn steps in, finally, by throwing the last Zord, armor, towards the guys.
What the... Cheeseroo. Looks like we're back!
Aww. A supply unit. How old that? They really are the best!
We totally just killed that guy in a vicious explosion! Hooray! Actually, he isn't dead. The guys even promise he can help them protect the town once he's paid his debt to society. Well, gee, that was nice of them. Episode 3 ends with the guy in green finally waking up. So how was it? Gun Sword was pretty good. Granted, I think the first episode is downright retarded, but it picks up really fast. Episode 2 was silly, but fun to watch, and I actually really liked the third episode. Like, a lot. If you're a fan of action, you'll definitely like this one. I'm Subarashi, this is Anime 130 signing out.
Hi, everyone. Is Lisa here yet? We're going shopping again today. The girl who turns out to be alive because they shot her turtle necklace. How does that work?
thanks him by pointing a gun in his face.
For saving Amy.
Quit! Crouch down! She can't get you there! But before he can say you're welcome, he passes out from hunger and the girl, Wendy, decides to treat him to lunch where she lives as a thank you. Once there, the mayor tells him of the Wild Bunch, a gang that has managed to take over the entire... Wait. Never mind. Let's take a look. Episode 1 of Gunsword begins with our hero walking through a desert. Is it just me, or does this guy look eerily similar to Spike from Cowboy Bebop? He wanders into a deserted town when he comes across a church.
Excuse me, you got any food you can spare?
Holy crap, these guys mean business.
Hey, pal, you with her?
No, I'm not.
Yes, crouch down on one knee. I'm sure between the three of their guns they couldn't possibly hit you at that height. They call the guy over and it turns out the badass looking dude is actually a badass as he makes quick work of the thugs. Who would have guessed? I have to point this out. Much like Vash with his donuts and even Naruto with his ramen, Von's food shtick is that he loves to put tons of condiments on top of everything. But unlike Vash and Naruto, his is completely disgusting.
Damn, that's good!
Why do I get the feeling that this is who the kid from Big Daddy grew up to be?
Frankenstein, what do you want?
Hello and welcome to Anime 130 with Mr. Subarashi. Now what comes to your mind when you first hear anime? Guns, swords, gun swords, giant mechs, epic journey to find the man who once ruined your life. Gunsword has all of that. Or is it Gun X Sword? Or is the X silent?